You know that I have been obsessing about Brussels sprouts lately, right? Like I just can't get enough of them. I make slaws, I roast them, I just want to eat them all the time. Today I'm using them in a tortellini dish and it's extremely simple. Sauteed onions, Brussels sprouts, tortellini, a little bit of lemon juice, dinner is ready. I'm really excited to share this recipe with you guys. Slice thinly 1 onion. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start off by sauteing your onion and you're gonna blanch your Brussels sprouts and then you're gonna transfer the Brussels sprouts to the sauteing onions to get a little bit of caramelization. It's a little bit of a 2-step process, but you need your water boiling for your pasta anyway. Have a pan preheating on a medium-high and melt 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. We don't often use butter here, but it is so delicious with the Brussels sprouts and the onions. I just couldn't resist. I just couldn't. You could use bacon if you wanted to. If you're a meat lover, cook a couple of strips of bacon, remove the bacon, and then saute your onions in the bacon fat, and then crumble the bacon over the top at the end. Brussels sprouts and bacon, I'm telling you guys, so good. Butter melted, add your onions. The onions should saute for about 8 minutes. You want to get them nice and soft and beginning to caramelize a little bit. So while your onions are sauteing, 1/4 pound of Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts are going to be blanched in the boiling water before you add your tortellini. The reason that we're blanching these instead of just throwing them right in with the onions is because quartered Brussels sprouts take kind of a longer time to cook. Shredded Brussels sprouts are delicious stir-fried. We did a recipe last year, spicy shrimp stir-fry with Brussels sprouts. It was kind of an unusual recipe and it's really delicious. My friend Anthony made that recipe. He told me he did. You know what I really want to know from you guys? How many of you actually cook any of my recipes? Or do you just watch them for the pure joy of watching me? And if you do use my recipes, do you do them exactly the way that I say, or do you substitute things? I want to know that too. Okay. Now I'm going to blanch them. I have a large pot of water boiling here. Adds a nice amount of salt. And then your Brussels sprouts. These need to cook for about 3 minutes just to start the softening process. And then you're going to lift them out and put them in with your onions. The onions are just starting to turn golden. It's at the perfect stage. I'm timing it right this time, guys. As you know, sometimes I'm not that great with the timing. Actually, I'm fantastic with timing. I don't know who you're blaming for not being good at timing. It's not me. To finish the dish, you're going to sprinkle some lemon zest and lemon juice over the top. So while the Brussels sprouts are cooking, get your lemons zesting. You'll need about 1 tablespoon of lemon zest, give or take. 1 lemon is fine. And then the juice of 1 lemon as well. Lift the Brussels sprouts out of the boiling water. I like to use a spider because it gets a lot. It's a handy dandy tool, but a slotted spoon will work as well. And then transfer them to the pan with the onions. Don't dump your water because the tortellini needs to cook in that same pot of boiling water. Now what you want to do is saute the Brussels sprouts with the onions until they get a little bit golden. And while you're doing that, you can cook your tortellini. Add the tortellini to the pot of boiling water. They only take a couple minutes to cook, which is perfect because it's only going to take a couple minutes for these Brussels sprouts to finish. I turn the heat up to high at this point because the Brussels sprouts have a lot of moisture in them and the onions are not going to burn at this point. You want to let the Brussels sprouts get a little bit golden and dinner's served. It's only like 5 ingredients, my favorite kind of meal. Might want to season your Brussels sprouts and onions a little bit. Maybe some pepper too. I can see the tortellini boiling away, so I think they're basically done. They're ready, so they can just be lifted right out of the boiling water and into the pan with the Brussels sprouts. And they come fresh, they come frozen. I mean, you can make your own, but there's so many varieties of tortellini out there, you don't really need to. So delicious, just needs a little bit of lemon zest and lemon juice to finish it off. And like I was saying, if you want, a little bit of cheese wouldn't be out of place, but don't forget, tortellini is stuffed with cheese, so, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Cheese tortellini, not meat. So it's vegetarian. Cool. Of course, unless you did that bacon option. The aforementioned bacon option. Voila, 5 ingredient dinner, perfect for fall. Just another fantastic way to use my favorite vegetable, Brussels sprouts. They get so sweet. They're so delicious. I'm just gonna take all the Brussels sprouts and leave the tortellini behind for everybody else. I don't think my kids would like the Brussels sprouts in this anyway. It's a win-win situation. My favorite vegetable featured in a 5-ingredient meal. It doesn't get any better than that. Hi guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click here if you want to subscribe and click over here if you want to continue watching more great videos like this.